Welcome to HRBC show called Let's Talk. So today we have our president, Ron Taylor, who I hope is gonna be okay over there.
Yeah.
And today we're gonna be going over our endorsement and who has got them this year. So welcome, Ron.
Welcome to take me. Thank you. HRBC candidate endorsement from our independent consultant. And I want to dive. First of all, I want to explain that each member gets one vote along with the board members. And no one has a way of persuading anybody. We have members throughout all 7 cities. So we don't know until we get the report who got endorsed and who didn't get endorsed. And so we just, first of all, I'd like to thank our members for taking the time. I'd like to thank each and every candidate for that, those that participated, that sent in their survey response. I'd like to thank our members for taking the time, reviewing them, and giving us the input and who they would like for us to endorse and support. And I like to thank each and every one of them. So it's no one person have the influence over another, over the whole group. So one of the things I told a candidate, it's just like I went and early voted. I could only vote one time. And that was it. And that's the same way our process is set up. So if you're ready to get into it, let's go at it.
All right, what you got? What's up first?
I started in alphabetical order. Chesapeake. For Chesapeake, you had Rick West and Don Carey, and Rick West each inked out Don Carey.
Wait a minute. So, hold on.
Go ahead.
So, what you mean inked out? Was it close?
It was sort of close, yes.
Because my vote was for Don Carey. Let me guess, you voted for Rick West. Who you vote for?
Hey, that's personal. Just like when I vote at the polls, it's personal.
You don't want to talk about it?
No, not on live thing, Mm-hmm.
Fine.
Okay. So, and we'll move to Chesapeake City Council. You had to select 3 because they got 3 openings. We endorsed Pat King, Debbie Ritter, and Jeffrey E.R. Jeffries Jr.
Wait, Pat King. All right, so Pat King is a Democrat, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ritter is a Republican?
I think so.
And Jeffries is a Republican.
I don't know what Jeffrey is. Oh. He probably is.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all right. I don't remember who I voted for. I know I did vote for Pat King because I liked her. So
I do too. School board, you had to select 4. Is the who got it was Norman Pooh, Sam Boone, and Huddle, and Sharir, SHAHER.
I can't remember. I'm sorry, Chesapeake. I can't remember about school board.
Yeah,
but I know
those
I
are
did
the 4.
vote. I voted.
Huh?
I said I can't remember who I voted for in Chesapeake, but I know I voted. So definitely for Chesapeake, right? All I know is I'm really disappointed that Don Carey didn't win, but I only get 1 vote.
That's like I don't get 1 vote. Okay, we'll move.
Don't be trying to rush me.
Okay, go ahead.
Rush me. Let's not talk about it. So here's the thing, though. They seem to have a really rough race going on about that mayor thing. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, it's going to be. I believe it's going to be a close race. It can go either way. Uh, I always tell people evaluate the individual, interact with the individual, and see do they line up with your values, especially with your spiritual values. I always tell people to look at that. I always pray and ask God which way to lead you. And it's going to be a close race. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm. It
All
could go
right.
either way.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm. The
Now you can move on. Trying to rush
okay,
me.
we're moving on to Hampton.
Hampton. Okay.
Yeah, the mayor race. Jimmy Gray won, got it. Hmm.
Who was he
And
running against?
I forgot the guy he was running against.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right. Well, Jimmy Gray. Yay.
Yeah, Jimmy Gray. Yeah, and Jimmy Gray is the vice mayor right now, if I'm not
Oh, okay.
mistaken. Hmm. And
All right.
we'll move to city. Go ahead.
I said, okay.
Okay. We'll move to city council. We got first person is Billy Hobbs Jr.,
Who?
Randy and Randy Bowman Sr. Hmm.
Oh, okay. And
The third
La-
person,
yeah, who's the third?
Latoya Fleming. Latoya Fleming.
Okay.
And then they have a special city council election. Uh, Michelle Taylor Furby.
Hmm.
We endorse. Hmm.
Okay.
Okay, we move to the school board. Tina Banks Gray, Ann Sherry, Reginald Woodhouse, and Stephanie Jackson Alphone. Jay.
Okay.
Hmm. We
Get to the good
move
one.
on, huh?
I said, get to the good one.
Move on to Newport News.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on it.
What?
You did school board.
Yeah,
Oh,
for
okay.
him.
Yeah. Newport
Yeah.
News. Go for it. Newport
I
News.
mean,
Here we go.
Newport News didn't have a mayor race. They had theirs, what, last year or year before?
Yeah.
Hmm. So the city, so they got select 3 city council. Uh, L. Harris the third, Marcel L. Harris the third, Tina Vick, and Stephen Ferguson.
Stephen Ferguson.
Hmm.
Didn't we do Stephen Ferguson last time he ran? I
I
think
don't know.
so. Yeah, and always a pleasure
Hmm.
chatting with Tina Vick.
Hmm. It's
Um,
always a pleasure.
yeah.
Okay,
All right.
moving on to school board. Uh, my my sister Aguilar,
Mm,
Rashina Harris.
you're killing these names.
Her
Maritza.
name is spelled
Yeah,
Marit
Maritza.
as Marissa Aguilar.
Alger.
Christopher Worthington.
Okay.
Hmm.
What
That's it.
was this race that had the pentagram? Oh, y'all know. Y'all had a whole list.
Mm-mm. Okay,
Okay.
we move on to Norfolk. The
Uh
mayor race, Kenny Alexandra.
oh. Okay, because they had 2 other ones.
Yeah.
Hey, whoop, you remember their names?
Mm-mm.
Um, I know what was his name? Domo.
Domo. Yeah.
He was running.
They had 3. It was 3 of them.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I'm cool with that.
Okay. City council. Uh, Carlos Clanton, and Jamie McGee.
So, I mean, like, I like Carlos, but Christine Smith was running. That's who got my vote, and she should have won. But okay, go ahead. I get it because she didn't fill out the survey and she didn't interact with us at all.
Yeah. Well, that's what I told you at the forum. Some people listen to their party bosses, and they do what the party bosses. So if they don't win, they need to go back to their party bosses and say, "Hey, I used your strategy and I lost."
What was it at least close between Carlos Clanton and the other? They got a lot of people running in Super Bowl 7.
They ain't got that
was
many.
Was it close? Shoot, you have somebody named Rodman.
Rodney Rod. They had, you're right. It was.
And you got 2 other people. So you got Carlos Clanton, the Rodman fella, Christine Smith, and 2 other people, I believe. It's a tight race. I mean, they got a bunch of people running for that one seat. All right.
Yep. They got a bunch of them.
All right. I told you. All right, let's go for school board. Who won in this? Who got that? You about to mess up some names? Let's go.
School board for Norfolk. Sarah Dicalogero.
Sarah, let me try it. Dicalogero.
Something like that.
All right, go ahead.
Alfreda A. Thomas and Ken Folsom.
You know what? I went to elementary school with Alfreda Thomas.
You did?
In Lindenwood. Back in the day, way back in the day. So I was, well, she got my vote because, we went to elementary school, but nah. She is really passionate about being on the school board. So that's why I liked her.
Okay. Okay, we're moving to Portsmouth, your home where you live.
Yeah, we don't have to talk about this because
Shannon Glover got the nod for mayor.
Yeah, I got his sign in Milan. Go ahead. Let's hit this city councilman because I don't understand.
William Dotson Jr.
Okay.
Yolanda Edmund Thomas.
I like her. Yes.
Catherine Kitty Bryant.
Yes, and I like her too. But I'm trying to figure out this Dotson. You said you had a conversation with him once. What about him makes him stand out to you?
Well, he's about the community. He's about investing in our community. Yes.
That's what you got from that?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, because
he's a doctor. He's probably has done more in the African American community than some of those elected and hadn't done a thing.
So he says. So here's my problem. I live here in Portsmouth. And so, he went to a foreman. And what struck me as odd is he was like, he has hired black people in his. I mean, okay, so you hire black people to work in your office. Have you ever worked for a black person? Because to me, you telling me you hired a black person didn't mean nothing to me.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Have you ever worked for a black person? Because to me, it's all right as long as he's the one in power. But will he follow the black person?
When you say follow, what are you referring to?
When I say follow, I'm like, he's okay as long as he's on the top of the chopping block. I mean, on the top of the decision making. As long as he's the one in power, he's all right.
Well,
anybody under him can be black.
That's where you took from it?
Yes, that's what I took from it. Has he ever worked for a black person?
It's a lot of these people ain't never worked for a black person.
But they want to be out there talking about some I hire black people.
Okay, he letting you know that he take an interest investing in our community. That's what I gain.
That's what you got from that?
Yeah. If you hire blacks, you investing in our community when we won't even invest in our community.
Okay. Two different perspectives. I can see that.
That's my perspective.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where I look at it. You know, he is working through the housing redevelopment to try to help our marginalized kids. And he has given to our community more than some of those that are elected has given to our community. That's why the Bible says you judge the tree by the fruit it bears. Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. He was doing this way before he jumped in a race.
Okay, but he wasn't even, he moved from Portsmouth. He moved back to Portsmouth last year just so he could run for this race. But that's different.
I don't know I don't know all that now.
Down to the next.
Okay. Let's go to the school board. Miss Atkinson.
Yay.
Jackie Walker.
Yay. We honored her.
Annette McSwain.
Yay.
Irene Boone.
Yay.
And Miss Sessom.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, those some good choices. Those are they solid. I can deal with that one.
Hey, that's your members voting. You can't tell them who to vote for. They doing their own.
I can't tell them, but I can disagree with it.
Yeah,
you can't shut up.
Disagree. No, what I do is I respect the outcome of our voting process. Mm-hmm. I don't voice my disagreement with them.
Okay.
Yeah. Unless it's one-on-one in person. Mm-hmm. Let's move to Suffolk.
This is my only time to speak. So after this, I don't get to say nothing. But go ahead.
Suffolk. Mike Doomer is for mayor.
Haven't you met him before?
Huh?
Dooman. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we met him before. Go ahead.
Lou Ward. Let's move down to city council. We Lou Ward Jr., Ebony Wright, and Leo Otis Turkey Man Williams.
Turkey Man. All right. Mm-hmm. I can't wait to get him on the show. Go ahead.
Yep, that's it. Move down to school board.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Jonathan Rankin, Heather Howell, and Valerie Fields. Okay. Mm-hmm. And Sheriff David Miles.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. We move on to Virginia Beach.
Last but not least, your town.
Yep. The incumbent Bobby Dyer for mayor.
Okay. I was a Sabrina Wooten fan, but okay.
Yeah, it was close. She got some votes.
So it was close?
It was similar. Solid what? Close. City council is David Hutchison.
Okay.
Mike Bellucci.
Yay. I like him.
Rosemary Wilson. Cash Green. And Stacy Cummings Jr.
Oh, okay.
School board, Sharon Felton, Jennifer Franklin, Shannon Kendrick, Noah Moreland, and Rocky Holcomb for sheriff.
Oh, I'm about to say Rocky Holcomb running for school board?
No, Rocky Holcomb for sheriff. Got it for sheriff.
Okay.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah, but I just invite people to join our caucus. I'm gonna get with the board and see about putting it on Virginia Power digital media newspaper in their digital newspaper.
Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
I would like to say that you can't. Who is endorsed at District 5 for school board? Kathleen Brown. Chesapeake?
In Chesapeake.
No, who's Kathleen Brown? I know her.
Oh, Kathleen Brown is out of Virginia Beach.
Virginia Beach. So she
What
want to know who was endorsed in District 5 for school board.
District 5?
Yeah, District 5. That's what she said. Who was it? In Virginia
Hold
Beach.
on.
So we missed somebody?
She didn't miss nobody. She didn't
Uh,
break them down like that. She gave us hmm.
just all in
Hold on.
general.
Hold on just a moment. Bear
Vincent
with me.
Smith and Melinda Rogers.
Who?
The two choices were Vincent Smith and Melinda Rogers. And there is no Vincent Smith or Melinda Rogers on this one. And you only got 4.
Hold on. Oh, yeah. it was Vincent Smith.
Vincent Smith?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got to put that on there.
Okay.
I got to give, yeah. I left it off I left it off there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to give it back to our printer because she haven't did the thing. I'll put it where's there. There we go. It's Vincent Smith.
Okay, well, congratulations, Vincent Smith, and thank you so much, Kathleen Brown, for catching that for us.
Yeah. I got to send that over.
If we printed that.
Nope. She gave me a rough draft. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
It looks nice too. I see it, but I got to tell her to add Vincent Smith on the Virginia Beach school board.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, that is it.
Anybody else online?
Nope. No more questions. That was the only one you missed. We missed. I'm sorry. I keep saying you.
Yeah.
We missed that one.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
I'm trying to find my camera again. I'm trying to find my camera.
You lost your camera? What you trying to do? Sign off? You don't want to say goodbye to the people?
Find out what my names is it.
Huh? Oh,
you there?
Bro. I'm here. Are you here?
Is it on the Teams?
No. It's on your web browser.
Huh?
Your web browser?
I'm trying to figure out what. Yeah. I'm trying to figure out where I'm supposed to be. No, not there. Bear with me.
Of course.
That's weird. I'm trying to figure out where I'm supposed to be at in this. No. There we are. Sorry about that. I was at the wrong place.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
So is there anything else you want to say? I do have one thing to say. Like, when people watch my shows, they like, you got more Republicans than Democrats. I need people to fully understand that I invite everybody, Democrat, non-Democrat, independents, libertarians, everybody's invited on the show. Because I like to get the platform out there. I want people to make informed decisions when they vote. So I don't like it when people like, oh, I'm not a Republican. not a Democrat. There's nothing wrong with being a Republican or being a Democrat. It's just not my thing. I look at people and not the party.
There
And
you
I
go.
like to see what they're going to do for the people. So
It,
when people are like, "I don't, you're a Republican," no, I ain't a Republican show. It's a show to put your platform up there, and the only person you're hurting is yourself because you're, limiting your audience instead of branching out to new people, new audiences. But everyone is welcome.
yeah,
I
and
don't dislike nobody because I don't know y'all.
that's good. And one of the things is I appreciate that we have a platform that everyone is welcome. No, we don't turn anyone back unless they really off the reservation. And one of the things that I one of the things I want to say is that we allow people, parties, and things to divide us. Uh, so I always say, if you're a Christian, so when you get to heaven and you see a Democrat, you're gonna tell God, I don't want to be in heaven. I'd rather be down below with the devil, or something like that. That may be a little bit too extreme, but my thing is, uh, uh, and if you stick with a party and the persons tell you, say for example, if a city council says and the mayor tell you they're gonna do X, Y, Z, uh, they're lying. You know why they're lying?
They lying?
Because
Why?
because uh, it should be framed. I'm gonna try to do that, and I'm gonna try to push for that. But I'm gonna try to work with the other council members to get them to support that. That should be the way they talk, because most of all of the Tidewater are council led. That means if you got like we got 11 people on council, right?
Mm-hmm.
It takes a 6-person majority to get anything done. So if I tell you I'm gonna get something done, I'm lying, because I need 5 more other people to come along with me. 5 more that don't come along with me, I can't get it done. So
Yeah,
I'm lying to you. I'm being
yeah,
untruthful. You see what I'm saying? You're gonna say now, if it's mayor led, if a city is mayor led, he don't have to get approval from the council. Then he can say, I'm gonna do X, Y, Z if you don't have to get the council approval. You see the difference?
yeah,
Every
yeah.
city in the Tidewater is council led.
Mm.
Because if any mayor or even city council say I'm gonna get that done, he's lying or she's lying, because they can't get it done. And we go and most voters fall for the okie doke.
Mm. Yeah,
Listen to words. Words matter. You have to know your environment. You see what I'm saying? And most people
yeah,
don't know the environment that they're trying to participate in. It's just like they'll vote for, I don't care who it is, a Democrat or Republican. Well, when I get up there, I'm gonna do this and do that. Wrong idea. You're going to submit a bill. You hope that it passed, because you don't have the majority to pass it out of both chambers and the governor go along with it. It's dead. DOA, dead on arrival.
mm.
You lying. You can say I will submit it, but I'm gonna do my best to champion it, to try to make sure it passes in both chambers. What I'm telling you then is I'm gonna work for you to try to get that bill pushed through. That's what they should be telling you. But if they tell you they're gonna get the bill done, they lying. They lying,
They
because they
lying.
can't get nothing done without a majority in
Yeah,
both chambers and the governor going along with them.
that's true. That's true.
You see what I'm saying? It's just like in our thing, Kelly Fowler ran up there, going to switch our charter. She got it through both chambers, right?
Uh-huh.
But the governor put a halt to it. He vetoed it, and she didn't. And it takes 2/3 to overturn his veto. They don't, and she a Democrat, and she didn't have 2/3 Democrat. She didn't have 2/3. She needed some Republicans to come along with her. And she could have had Republicans if she interact with them. It's relational.
Yeah.
Because they won't go across the aisle and work with their constituents. That's why it got shot down. If she'd have pulled about 10 more Republicans with her, she could have got it through in both chambers. Both chambers pulled 10 more, they got it through. But because everybody is insulated from each other. If you're not a Democrat, I'm not going to work with you. If you're not a Republican, I'm not working with you. And so who suffers? The people. The people suffer. And that's what happens. The people suffer due to parties and stuff like that. And I hope someone is listening. Or go back and listen. I don't care if you're Tea Party, MAGA, whoever you are. Unless you control all three branches of government, you ain't getting nothing done. You could jump up, do backflips and everything else. And one of the things I say is media divides us. And reading it, to me, my personal opinion, the reason they divide us, because it sells news. Yeah. It gets viewers. If you notice, one station really take it to Trump, other stations will take it to Harris. Why are we like that? Because it sells news. And we buy into that stuff. And what it does is infuse division in the communities. Instead of us being, it calls power and unity. The only time we can come together is during a disaster or something drastic happen. Other than that, oh no, I ain't working that Democrat. Oh no, I ain't working with that Republican. And we get nothing. That's why nothing gets done in Washington. They make all that money. They get living expenses. I think the U.S. congressman person make about 175. I may be off a little dollars. About 175,000 a year. Senate probably make 2 something a year. You look at how many bills they pass a year. Sometimes it's less than 100, and they are full-time employees. They're supposed to be working for the people. They're working for themselves.
Yeah.
And we buy into that mess. I put my faith in Jesus Christ. He has never disappointed me. But every time you put your faith in man, they'll disappoint you. And people don't understand. They don't listen to their constituents. They listen to their party and their party bosses. They don't care nothing about our voices. Let's get down and dirty with them. Once this election over, let's see how many comes back to the community and seek input from the community before they make decisions. 0. They may seek and listen to their echo chamber. That's it.
Yeah.
But you represent both Democrat, Independents, and Republican. If you can,
and that's what I don't be understanding about people. Like you got Republicans, you got all that, but they all live in your district. So if you're a Republican and I'm a Democrat and I live in your district, you're not gonna do nothing. You're not gonna help me.
Nope, they ain't helping you. They ain't gonna even speak to you.
You can't help me. I'm having a problem that I'm sure a Republican is having. My water bill is crazy. So because I'm a Democrat, you're not gonna help.
if they got to go get it approved by the party bosses. Yeah. Like hey, they got to go get it approved from the party bosses before they talk to you.
That is just crazy.
You remember what I said the other night? I said, that's who you work for. Let them pay your salary. Let me keep my tax dollars.
Right?
Let your party pay your salary.
True.
Yeah.
But I do have to apologize to Mr. What's his name? Dodson. I don't really want to. I meant everything I said, but I don't want him to feel.
But it's like this right here. I don't
want him to feel like that he's not.
Yeah,
we're not gonna put our full backing behind him.
But my thing Go ahead.
I said we are still going to put our full backing
Oh
behind
yeah,
him.
oh
He's going to get
yeah. Dawson
everything.
is a good
It was
person.
just a little opinion of mine, and you're always
Yeah,
welcome
yeah,
on the
yeah.
show
I have.
to do your platform.
Yeah, I
Tell us
understand.
our platform.
Hmm. I have worked with Dawson, and he has done a lot of work in the African American community in Portsmouth.
Oh,
And
he
he's
worked there.
still he has done some work, and he's still working with those that want to work with him. Let me explain something to you.
Explain it to me.
I had a leadership conference for youth, right?
Uh-huh. Okay.
So he worked with somebody that looked like us, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And he told them, he said, get all those youth. I'm paying for the Men of Faith bus to come get them, picking them up. I'm gonna pay for the gas and everything else, so they can get exposed out of their city over to Virginia Beach, something different.
Okay.
Guess how many people showed? Guess how many people the guy who he was working through rounded up? How many youth?
How many?
Zero.
Mm.
Huh? You see what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Sometimes we are our own worst enemies. To give our youth experience or exposure to something that they wouldn't normally get exposed to. If it's a Republican doing it, the Democrats say, "Oh, don't do that. It's a political
Mm.
stunt." It's no political stunt. They're trying to help our youth. And it's just like the same thing. The Republicans probably do the same thing.
If a Democrat did it. But
Yeah,
I
both
just
of
wish
both sides of the house do it. Mm-hmm.
I wish we need to get rid of this whole two-party system. It sucks. It
Yeah,
doesn't do us
hey,
any
that's
good.
what a lot of people say. They need to. Hey, you know what? They probably everybody said they're going to drain the swamp. They don't drain no swamp. It's more government agencies there. You ain't getting rid of them. That's money. Some of them jokers up there making $200,000-300,000 a year in government. You think you're gonna get rid of them?
That
Yeah,
two-party
they make
system
sure they get out and vote you out. Make sure you don't get in there. You talking about getting rid of their agency.
sucks.
Because a lot of people don't understand history, right?
I understand history, but yeah, go
Okay,
ahead.
let me give you how powerful people are in government.
Go ahead.
Back in the 60s, after JFK won the presidency, right? One of the longest reigning public officials was J. Edgar Hoover, the director of the FBI. He went all the way to the Nixon era, I believe.
Okay.
I think he lasted about 50 years in the FBI.
Mm.
He had files on everybody from King, everybody. And let me tell you, so he had files on John F. Kennedy, right? And
Mm-hmm.
so Bobby Kennedy was the attorney general, his brother.
Mm-hmm.
So Bobby was going to combine the CIA and the FBI together.
Mm-hmm.
That would have took away. I believe the reason they were Robert wanted to do that because when he combined them, he was going to make the CIA director over the FBI. That would have put Hoover out of power. So Hoover marched his tail over and had a meeting. From my recollection of the document, I don't think he picked up the phone. He just went over there and he met with Robert and John and said, "Yeah, you better tell you. I don't know if Robert was there, but I know John was there. He told John, if you allow your brother to put those two agencies together, I'm gonna release every file I got on you with the
Mm.
one that you sleeping with and all of it." Shut that down. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because he was infringing on that man's power, and he did something to stop him.
Yeah.
And when you talking about coming up to Washington, oh, I'm gonna get rid of this agency and that agency. They're gonna get rid of you first. Because if when you on your campaign thing talking about getting rid of them, they're gonna make sure they're gonna get their people out there to vote against you. Oh, you infringing on their money.
I know, especially we'll never get term limits in Congress.
They need to be term limits.
Can't do
Because some
term
people
limits.
been in one of the I what was it? I was stationed in Charleston, South Carolina. Joseph P. Riley. I think he went down. I don't know you either he was the second or the first. He's number one or two on the mayor's list as the longest tenure mayor in the nation, in our nation. Oh, somebody just text you.
No, I was just highlighting some comments.
Oh, somebody said I'm humbled to receive your member
That's
endorsement.
Vincent Smith.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And then we got Leland Jones. Why do I like you? You are just so likable.
Mm-hmm. But what I'm saying is we need to put term limits on it.
We do.
Because let me tell you, Joseph P. Riley, when I was in Charleston in the early 70s, was the mayor. You hear me? He was the mayor before I got there. And he was mayor after I left there. And I stayed there 19 years.
Good Lord.
And he stayed another because after I retired I think even after I retired from the state, he was still mayor. And I did 19 years with the state. That's wild. Huh?
That is crazy.
Yeah, and you got people in the House and in Senate been there for 30, 40 years, ain't done nothing for their district, but they got rich, but the people got poorer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
One day. Nah, probably
Why
never.
is that? Because they only cater to the top 20%.
Yeah.
It had to take somebody with some courage to put those term limits on people.
Never get those term limits. Especially if Congress got to vote for it.
Huh?
I said we'll never get term limits, especially if Congress got to vote for
You
it.
messing up their money.
We'll
You
never
messing
get
up their money. Who want to give up $175,000 a year for doing nothing? Huh? Hey, hold on. Let me see something here. Hold on.
I'm gonna hold on.
Oh, I want to check something out. Just if you stay 20 years in Congress.
Okay. How much money I'm gonna make?
Nearly $4 million in 20 years.
Oh.
And the man that makes $50,000 a year stays 25 years on the job, only makes 1.2 million.
You say only. It's still more than half the people they marrying of.
That's not including a perks now.
Right?
Yeah, some of them they get to fly on the military jets, go overseas and visit countries and say they doing stuff for their constituents. Ain't doing a doggone thing but flying, visiting countries and visiting, having fun off the taxpayers' dollars, and we falling for it.
We always fall for it.
Yeah.
Always. That's like what happened? The where everybody was having that problem saying Trump gave up his former President Trump gave up his salary, but yet he was vacationing in all his properties. So you gotta pay for that.
And he was making money, and people was blind. The mega was blind on that. But why do you think he was vacationing on his properties? Because all that security and media, they stayed at his property, and he made money. Greed.
So I was like,
where else you think he gonna stay? He gonna stay on his property and make money. He's only you. Ain't nothing wrong with that. If I want a vacation at my property and have all this Secret Service, they got to stay here, and the government got to pay my organization. My my hotel. Then the news media follow me. They got to stay somewhere. They stand in the Trump Tower or wherever he is in Lago, whatever you call it. Yeah. Then not only that, if he invite a senator, he got to stay there. He got to pay
for that. Yeah.
Well, Trump ain't. He's a businessman. He's about self.
So they were like, "Oh, he gave up it.
Gave up what?
Gave up my
salary. Look, they give up the money. He made money, and they don't even know he made money off the taxpayer and sitting here, and they go for the okie doke.
They go for it every time.
Yeah, he go for the okie doke. Hey. If you allowed him, he would have flew on air. He would have flew in Trump jet and built it and gave the invoice to the budget office. So y'all got to pay me.
Pay for the gas. Pay for the trip. Yeah.
I'm telling you, people. We have become a selfish nation to a certain extent. It's all about self and everything. Why do you think? If you take everything out of your house that made in China, you wouldn't have nothing in there.
You wouldn't have nothing.
Yeah, because what? Manufacturing companies send it over to China because they get cheaper labor, bring it back, and make millions. They said, we don't want to pay you guys no money. We want to fill our coffers. And that's what they do. Yeah, it's just like they fill their coffers, and then like everybody talking about, that we want that minimum wage hike. People like Walmart said, okay, we'll give it to you. We'll give you $18 an hour. And they play it off like, okay, we're going to get it back. And what happened? That little 60, the 18 dozen of eggs, that thing used to cost about $3. That thing costs nearly, about $5 now. The 60 carton used to cost $4.50, $4.75. That's nearly $20. Well, you think they jacked up the price? They got to pay their people. $18. They got to pay the $18. Whatever they jack that salary up. You think those people, those stockholders, is going to let their profits go down for the common man? Wrong idea. That's why we bought the stock, to make money.
Exactly. Yeah. That's like Dominion, and clean energy. That's the word. Clean energy. And when I look at my bill, I'm paying $3 for clean energy.
Yeah, that's right.
Every person, they got billions of customers. So Dominion, they're doing such a great job with the clean energy. No, we.
Where's the Dominion's in North Carolina too?
We are doing a good job with clean because we paying them.
Yeah. No, let me take you to another one. If I'm not mistaken, if whoever hearing this, you can research it. But electrical power is regulated. They have to go to a commission to get their prices, Jack, to the General Assembly, right? Guess what's not regulated? Gas. Virginia natural gas is not regulated, so they can charge you anything they want. They jack up your gas in the winter, and you notice it goes down in the summer.
Yes.
They make up their money during the winter. You don't look out, you'll have a $400 gas bill.
Yeah.
They can jack up the rates and don't have to go to a commission unless they don't change it. Last time I looked, they didn't have to go to a commission. They could jack up their rates anytime they get ready.
Let's see. Leland John asked us a question. Specifically, what section, Leland? Because I don't want to do the whole thing over.
What happened? Would you review all the what?
All of them. You got a specific section you want to go over? Let us know, and we'll go over a section of Virginia Beach for you.
Which one does he want to know about?
That's what I'm asking. Which one would you like to know about?
Yeah, Mr. Jones, which one do you want to know about?
Oh, Stacy
Oh,
won. I'm sorry.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Stacy eked it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Stacy eked it out. It was very well divided.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So it could go either way in the real. I mean,
In the
this is
regular
real.
election,
The
you still
regular
can
election.
win.
Yeah, you can still
Yeah.
win.
Hmm. Yeah.
Mm.
Has he been on your show?
Not yet. You can still come to the show, Mr. Jones.
Yeah, Mr. Jones, you can come on the show and let your platform be known. And Nina will advertise that you're coming, and you could talk to our members and other constituents in District 8. That's what I would do. Don't If it's free publicity, free advertising, I would take it. Hmm. I
All
would take
right.
it. Hmm.
Well, just let me know when you're available. All you gotta do is email us.
Did who come on?
West. Oh no, he did not. But he still has time. He can come on.
Hmm. You talking about Mayor West?
Yeah, Matt West. But he was at the Breakfast of
Yeah,
Champions.
he was at the
I
Breakfast
had
of Champions,
he wasn't doing
and
this.
he
And he
brought
came.
an ad. He didn't he buy an ad in the
Yeah.
thing. He bought an
Yeah.
ad in the brochure.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
Thank
And
you.
I'll be
Hmm.
happy to schedule it.
Yeah, let us schedule you, Mr. Jones. Now we just having good conversation about politics. I always trust God, and because sometimes people think they got it in the bag and get upset. They said, "What happened?" God put who He wanted on the throne, not who they wanted. Yeah. Hmm.
Who in District 7?
Somebody asked about District 7.
Yeah.
What they saying?
They asked who won in District. It's still Mr. Jones. He lost to Stacy, but who won in District 7?
For what race? School board or school board
Council.
or city council?
Council.
Which one he
Oh,
said?
Cash. Okay. There we go. Conrad is on it. Cash won.
Who said? Who's ever there answered? Who that answered?
Conrad.
Oh, Comrade answered. Okay.
Yeah.
How you doing, Comrade?
Welcome.
Yeah, welcome. We just talking politics, talking about needs to be term limits because a lot of people that run hasn't done nothing for the community they representing, and we talking about both sides of the aisle. I tell people all the time. I say if a council person it's a council person who's that, Cash?
Nah, that's Leland. He said Cash, he's great.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you, Mr. Jones.
Yeah, and one of the things I tell people is that if a city council member tell you they're gonna get something done, they lying.
They're
They
gonna
are. They're
try.
not being truthful. They need 4 or 5 more other ones to go along with them. They should say, I'm gonna work at trying to get other city council members to support it to see can we get it passed." That is the proper way you address those. When you saying that's something dear to your heart or dear to one of your constituents or dear to a multitude of people in your district. But when you just blanket say you're gonna get it done, you're lying. You're not telling the truth. Just like you say, "Oh, I'm gonna lower taxes." Wrong. If you ain't got 5 more to go along with you, you ain't getting nothing done. That just bumping your gums. Hmm. You just have to be honest.
Yeah.
Mhm. And that's what's wrong with politics today. We are divided.
Nobody's
Nobody want to work together for the common man. And they claim one thing I found out, all of them claim to be Christian, but when they get up there, they don't act like Christians. I said, "What happened to the God in you?" Oh, I
But
left him. I left him at home.
I think some of that
Hmm.
is our fault though, because we keep falling for the okie doke and voting for
Yeah,
these
you're
people
right.
who
You're
care
right.
nothing about.
You're so right, Nina. We keep putting the same people in there. That's what they say is a crazy man. They keep doing the same thing. You get the same results. And what has to happen on both sides of the aisle is you have to send both parties a message by unseating some of those people that have been there for a while.
Fire
You
them.
don't want to listen to us? You're gone. You're gone.
But we don't.
I don't care if the Democrat, Republican, Independent, they ain't doing. They've been there 2 or 3 terms. They ain't done nothing. You gone. That's just if you was running a company and your employee that sat there and do nothing for 6 months, you wouldn't get rid of them. Yes, you would. You say you're done. You're fired. But we let these politicians stay right there, and we allow the big boys that pour that money into their coffer to they use that money to advertise and all that. I don't listen to the advertisement. Every time something comes to my house, I take it straight to the trash because they're lying. They're not being truthful. Both of them flawed.
True.
Yeah. It's just like when you look at different, if 2 people running for mayor, one mayor's trying to point out the other one flawed, the other mayor trying to point out the other one flawed. You both flawed. You both are flawed. Your problem may not be his problem, but his problem may not be yours. But both of you got issues, and some people fall for it. We fall for that mess.
All right, Mister. You trying to keep me up here for an hour? You know, my shows are usually 20 to 30 minutes long.
We're just talking politics now. You in my wheelhouse now. You know, I can do this all night. Especially if people ask
all night. No.
Yeah, I want to know from politics. I ask politicians, what are you going to do when you get there?
You ask who?
I ask politicians, what are you going to do when you get there?
Uh-huh.
And I listen to them. When they start saying, I'm going to do this, I know they're untruthful.
Yeah.
They don't know what they're talking about. Because how they going to do something? They need the maybe Republicans or Democrats to come along with them. And it's about relational. They don't build relationship with all right, Shannon. Congratulations. But they don't build a relationship on both sides of the aisle. See, when you build a relationship and you can build a consensus to work for the betterment of the people win.
Yeah.
But when you only want to listen to your party and it's not conducive to the multitude that's in the community, you see what I'm saying? Because the party bosses want it done like this. Why you listen to the party bosses?
That ain't who you working for.
But like that's who they are working for.
That's what they acting like, but that's not who hired you.
I tell them, like I said, go let them pay you. Need your check back. Please get your check back. Any politician that's running and you're gonna get elected, and that's all you're gonna listen to your party. Give our money back and go get paid by your party. And I won't have no problem with you listening to them. We ain't paying you.
Yeah.
And that's some of them. When the last, like if you're a Republican, when the last time you sat down with Democrat constituents? Yes, the Democrat. When did you sit down with a Republican constituent and hear their voice?
Yeah. So let me tell you a quick story. So like here in our city council, we have now I just lost his name. I was thinking about him when you was talking about Democrats and Bill Moody. Okay, so I used to didn't like Bill Moody because I thought he was a racist. But until I started watching, actually paying attention to what's going on in my city council, and I noticed that, hey, this dude kind of doing stuff.
He got what?
He was kind of doing stuff for the people. I was paying attention.
Yeah.
So oh, and then like when they start going crazy, he was the one that was making sense. So even though, I had one perception of him, I learned that that wasn't really what it was. Because, like, it started because of way back, that whole monument thing. Everybody had a heart attack about.
Yeah.
And then the flag thing. So I was like asking him, why does he care so much about the flag? And then he blocked me on Facebook.
He did?
But I still voted for him because, like, what did you blocking me on Facebook got to do with taking care of my city? And I saw he was doing these things that was improving the city. So I still voted for him. And then one day I just, sent a letter, email. I sent it to all of them because they would get on my nerves. And I needed them to realize that if they worked together, they would benefit us both, benefit the city better. And he responded back to me. And he explained to me about the flag, that he don't believe in it. It's not his thing, but he believes in the right for somebody to have it. And I was like,
you talking about the Confederate flag?
Yeah, that Confederate flag.
Okay.
But as long as you don't fly it, that's cool. But the moral of the story is people have perceptions of people until they talk to them.
It's relational. That's what I'm saying. Right? Once you interacted with him and beginning to watch him and interact with him, you learn more about him and found out the person wasn't that bad. And that's what needs to go on in Congress, but it doesn't. That's what needs to go on in our local election, local politician. Don't happen. State level don't happen because they all tied to those parties, like you say, and it doesn't make any sense. And the people suffer. The people suffer because, like in the House of Delegate, you have to run every 2 years, just like in the House of Representative, U.S. House of Representative. You may have free time. You got to be in campaign mode all the time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And some people aren't. I hate a lazy candidate. They be like, "Oh yeah, I got this endorsement, but I'm not gonna go out into the community and talk to the people so that they can know what I'm about. I'm not gonna go here. I'm just gonna, my name, and I got these endorsements, and now I'm just gonna, I don't know, not do anything. But I still want you to vote for me."
Mm-hmm.
I hate a lazy candidate. It irks me. You still got to get out there and work. That's why I never want to be a candidate. I don't like all that working.
There you go. But you know what? One candidate, Scott Ridger, really impressed me because even when it won campaign season, he was talking to both sides of the aisle. He come visit he was a Republican, but he'll go into the Democrat and hear their voices, talk to them, ask them what they're concerned. He was pretty much honest. He'll tell you what he can't support, what he could support. And but he'll take up your issues if it, and stuff of that nature. He didn't believe in that long term because he said, I'm not a career politician. I think he did maybe 10 I think he did 10 years and he got out of there. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And but it's just his genuines. He believe he's a car salesman too. He owned a major car line. But the thing was he customer oriented. You see what I'm saying? And he knew how to deal with people and listen to their issues because that's the same way he talked to me. And I had, him and I used to sit and talk. And he said he was the same way with his cars. That's why so many people bought cars from him. Because if the person if he had a problem with that car, they could call Scott and say, hey, they ain't do what they supposed to, and Scott would make it right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you like a person like, that it builds credibility and integrity. But you ain't got it's hard to find people like that today. Yeah. Because everybody turned to greed, selfishness, and all that. Some of them, I'm not saying all, but a lot of people are selfish and greedy.
Yeah.
And that's why some are left behind. Mm-hmm.
But some of them seem to be excelling.
Yeah. And one thing we as African Americans have to understand, one of the things I always say, you rather be at the table than on the menu.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care if it's a Republican table. If they got control, you want to be at the table because not they talking about you and you ain't got no input on the decision. And that's why we have to sit and look at politics. Say, for example, our school board. Our school board is controlled by Republicans, right? And so you got a in District 4 is predominant, is Democrat. It leans blue. And it's a majority minority district, right? Regardless of who wins that district, the Republicans still going to be in control of the school board. So if you hired a Democrat to represent your district in District 4, right? Listen to me. You vote for who you want to.
Yeah.
But do you think, though, because we are so divided in our community, you see what I'm saying? Do you think that Democrat is going to have a seat at the Republican table when they're making decisions?
But you have to have the right Democrats, because I've seen some Democrats that
but
what I'm
saying here, but do you think that Democrat, if they win, gonna have a seat at that Republican table when they making decisions? You think they're gonna call that Democrat and say, hey, come on in here? Wrong idea.
Because it's against the law.
They're not gonna do it because they don't need their vote. Because they can pass anything they want to because they got 6 votes.
True.
You see what I'm saying? So, and then that district is majority district. So even though it's the person black or white, they're not going to be at that table. But if you got a Republican running and they black, they're going to have a seat at that table to voice your concern. Because the Democrat win, they can't tote the water in there because they're going to shut them out. Because they're going to say, we don't need your vote. We got 6, 7 votes right here. We ain't got to listen to you. You see what I'm saying?
You know why they ain't got to listen to them? Because the people don't vote them out.
Huh?
So you know why they ain't got to listen to them? Because the people don't vote them out.
Yeah. But the thing is, see, that's what I tell people. You got to look at the demographic makeup and say, we need to have a seat at that table. And if you hire a Democrat and the Republican probably going to be a 7-4 or either 6-5 favor, and they can pass anything they want to on the board and don't need a Democrat input. And the same thing with the Democrat when they had a 6-5 majority or 7-5 majority, they ain't need no Republican. Republican didn't have no seat at the table, and that's where they play. And who gets hurt?
The people.
Yeah.
What's going on in District 4?
Well, I don't know. You know, I don't live in District 4, so they have to make that decision.
I know.
Yeah, it's just like you know, I'm gonna see how my district end up because we got 2 candidates. I don't know who's gonna win. We'll see. But whoever wins, I'm gonna hold them accountable. For the school board.
Who won the endorsement in your district?
Noah.
Who?
Noah Moreland.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we'll see. He may not even win. He may not win the election.
We'll see though.
Yeah, we'll see. Because like my mom always say down in Georgia when she was alive, time tells the truth on all of us. I tell people, I say, if you telling people you working out and you sit around eating hot dogs, hamburgers, and donuts and not working out, in about 6 months, you telling people you've been working out, that time gonna tell them, he said, no, you ain't been working out. You picked up about 15, 20 pounds. You see what I'm saying? Time does not lie.
Yeah.
Time doesn't lie.
Yeah.
Time tells the truth.
It does.
Yeah, you can put on all the makeup you want, and you can say, "Oh, I'm 25."
First of all, I'm 26. Thank you very much.
One time, move on down the corridor of time. You can holler 25 again, but guess what? Time will reveal that no.
Lies. I have 26, and I look it.
Yeah, and that time be telling you, "Oh no, you 50 years old."
No, it does not.
Time would tell on us. Time would tell on us. Yeah.
No, it will not.
But you know, and that's what I tell African Americans. This uh, uh, guard your goal vote. Make sure you're voting for the right people. Just don't vote because your granddaddy was a Democrat or your granddaddy was a Republican. Evaluate the candidate and see who stand that's going to and interview the candidate. Call them up and ask them, what are you going to do for our community to improve it? Yeah, that's what you got to do. You got to engage. If you're just going to go off somebody that wants to get control because they power hungry, they're going to tell you to vote for who they want to give them control of the school board or the city council. They don't care nothing about you.
Yeah.
You pick up the phone after they get elected and try to reach out to them, they won't even return your phone call.
They already got your vote.
They already got your goal. Now you can't hear from them. That's what we call down in Georgia a swindler, a flim flammer. You've been bamboozled and hoodwinked.
Hoodwinked, man. Oof.
Hmm?
Okay. Well, look at Mister. I get off this.
Oh yeah. Because I got to go somewhere in the morning. But I enjoy this. And one of the things that I'm looking to do, not me, but I'm asking the board to do, once I'm looking for a space and maybe working with a couple of other entities. You know, like you do your show, you got that background. You'll have a round table like you, and then you bring the people on, and y'all sit behind the desk, and the person have the camera out there in front of you, and we do this thing live, and as it grows, then we will have people then we'll put chairs and have people in the audience. What's wrong?
Okay. Yeah, I hear
you. I always think forward, vision, because the Bible said man perished because of lack of vision.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think your show can blow up.
Oh, what that means? I hope so.
Yeah, it can blow up.
It's all about the people, though.
Huh?
I said, as long as we have content that improves the lives of the people, I'm good.
Yeah, that's what we're about. The HRBC is about improving the lives of people. They said, well, if you're about improving the lives of people, why'd you vote for that person or that person? I said, what makes you think the person you chose going to improve our lives?
Yeah.
Please tell me.
Because he a Democrat.
Oh, he a Republican? I said, well, I guess I'll tell him, well, I guess you're a prophet. Please tell me the mega ball numbers for next week.
I need that.
If you're that big of a prophet, you're gonna tell me this person gonna work well for the people. You don't know nothing. Only person knows another man's heart is who? God. That's it. Only thing we can do is speculate.
Yeah.
What did God say? You judge the outside, I judge the inside of a man's heart. Because we can't see a man's heart, what he thinks in his heart, what he sees in his heart. Because out of the heart come the issues of life.
If you wait long enough, you'll see what's in their heart.
Yeah, that's what I always tell people. Put them in the school of delay. The true self will come out. They can only pretend for so long because the acting is for the stars in Hollywood. If they tell you that something, let's hold them off for a while and see that behavior change. It'll change in the drop of a hat. But it's been fun tonight. I enjoy stuff like this. Talking, I wish we can get more people on to interact with us and talk politics. I don't get that if we can disagree.
I'm sure Conrad would love to talk.
I'll tell Conrad to come on.
Okay. Next time, not tonight.
Yeah, not tonight. Yeah. Yeah, we can talk about politics and everything else. How can we improve our community? Because it takes a village to raise a child, but how can you raise a child in a contaminated village? And our villages are contaminated. And one side says, oh, I can get decontaminated. The other side said they can't. Both of them telling stories. Until they work together in unity, somewhat in unity to work for improving our community. That's the only way we're going to improve our community. And we have to be the change we want to see. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, it was great.
Yeah, I thank you for inviting me on your show. I look forward to doing it again. I think I'm gonna talk to the board. We may create a show from the president's corner.
Okay.
Come on about once a month and tell people what's going on, what we are doing, and what other people are doing.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
As long as you don't try to do 2 hours, we good.
No. All right. Thank you. I thank everybody for watching. Thank you. God bless you. Heaven continue to smile upon you. Let's pray God's blessing on our elections, and that whoever wins, may their steps be ordered by God and not by man, because man is corrupt. We serve a holy God and a holy creator. Man is corrupt. All right. Miss Nita, thank you. What, we've been on there an hour and something, haven't we?
Yes. 20 to 30 minutes. That is the hour and more show. 20 to 30 minutes.
Okay. All right. What you gonna do when it blow up and we go to the talk show and have people in the audience?
Then I guess I have to do an hour.
There you go. All righty.
All right.
All right. I'll get with you and talk about our next board meeting.
Okay.
Because make sure you put out about we meeting at Black Eyed Peas, and you need to call Black Eyed Peas owner and get her on there.
She is good. Yeah, we were supposed to do it last week, but my grandmother had her funeral. Well, this week, Thursday.
Okay.
But my grandmother's funeral was Thursday, so
I understand. You have my condolence.
Thank you.
Okay.
But I'll get her on there.
Okay, then, and make sure that we meeting next month on the 17th at Black Eyed Peas.
Okay, you want me to? Can I end this real quick while you going through the schedule? Thank you. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for watching. Bye.
Thank you.